Good evening, I'm Wayne Karpoff. I guess this would be a good one for the economist, the Liberal candidate. How do we fix our diversification incentives, both programmatic, such as Western diversification and tax-based, to offset the effect of Alberta's superheated economy, which is projected, the next wave is projected to be even worse than the last one, and there's good parts of that and bad parts of it. But some of the bad parts of it are we have only 70% of our high school students are graduating right now. We have some of the lowest per capita productivity in any of the Western world, and we have a single sector dependence. We're creating a future Detroit economy, and if we don't do something about diversifying it,
excuse me, with all due respect to you, sir, time constraints of this forum, if you could just please form your question.
Yeah. What do we do about it?
Nice. Before you start, Rick, after you're done, James, I'd like to hear your response on this, and then Paul's. Go ahead, Rick.
Well, I think, as we all know, federal and provincial governments have pursued economic diversification projects for years, and they generally have less wonderful results than we look for. And as an economist, the not surprising answer for that is it's hard to beat market forces. As you pointed out, if the best jobs are out there in the oil field, it's going to be hard to encourage people to do other things. Nevertheless, there's a couple things. You mentioned education. Okay, we need to do more to get more students into post-secondary education. It's not only a matter of social justice that children from poorer families are finding it increasingly hard to get post-secondary education, but as you mentioned in your question, the jobs of the future almost all require some sort of post-secondary education. The Liberal platform says the most about that. We have a learning passport and a nice little motto that says, if you get the grades, you get to go. Okay, so that having a great educational system is the foundation of the future economy. In terms of diversification, I think what we have to do is, again, like with that capital cost allowance, you have to look for sectors where there's some potential, but where firms are wary of getting in for some reason, often because the technology isn't there yet. So you have to be fairly careful. Now, we have to, again, you don't want to go too far in that direction. You know, I'm a big believer in market forces. I think the market can do a better job of spotting economic opportunities than the typical bureaucrat, but in certain cases you can find these opportunities, and again, supporting innovation is one of the key things. One of the little-known planks in the Liberal platform is to have an innovation window. There's now 100 different innovation programs that entrepreneurs can access with the federal government. There should be one phone number that an entrepreneur can call up and say, I have a great idea. Is there anyone who I can work with on that? So I think that sort of targeted approach to especially working in areas of new technology is really the best way of developing a diversified economy. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick Shostak.